Good morning, everyone. What's up? It is Rapid Fire Thursday. It is the end of the month. Today is Thursday, September the 30th, 2021. What's happening up in here today? Good morning to all of you. We got a fabulous show. I believe it's going to be fabulous. That will be coming your way. We got the panel. So if you didn't get the call this time, don't worry. You'll get the call next time. Trust me. We're going to see how this is going to roll, but we're very, very excited about it. Again, y'all, today is Thursday. Come on in the room, y'all, September the 30th, 2021. And it's time for today's headlines on your News in Motion. I see y'all rolling up in here this morning. What's happening to all of you? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to all of you. All right, y'all, this is what's happening today. We decided we wanted to do something fun. So we have a panel that's happening today. And as the panel is happening, we'll bring people in. I'm going to put out some news. We're going to talk about it. You're going to hear perspectives from other people. And again, we were looking at doing this maybe once a month. At the end of each month. What I did, I went through and grabbed a lot of topics from over this past month. I think we came back on the 8th of September, new beginning. So it was September the 8th. We've taken all of those topics and we're going to talk about it, plus some new topics that are coming your way. So just come on in the room, y'all. Come on in the room. Let me know what's happening. I am your host, Gail Dudley, to everyone out there on YouTube. And whether you're on Spotify or iHeart or TuneIn or Amazon, or whatever platform you're tuning in, I just want to say welcome. Thank you for taking a part of your day to join me and hang out with me. I don't know about the rest of the panel, but y'all know what's in here, right? It's a mimosa. It may not be Mimosa Friday, but it's still a mimosa in there. So I'm just so excited. Do me a favor, y'all. Take that link and share it. Just share it. Say, they doing a panel today. And y'all know I had to make the first panel wild and live and in person. Y'all know I had to do that, right? So that's what we're doing this morning. We're going to have a great, great time. So come on in the room, people. Come on in the room. I want to reserve enough time as possible so that we can have these conversations. We're going to have a good time this morning. Whether you are watching us in the States or abroad, welcome. Whether you're watching in the morning or watching the replay in the afternoon or the evening, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you. I'm just so glad that you chose to come and hang out with me and a lot of people on the panel on this morning. So y'all know what we do, right? Let's get this party started. Yeah, y'all, I said I wasn't going to say it again, but I'm going to say it one more time. By now, y'all should know I'm lying about it. I own the rights to this music. All right, let me start popping them in here. We got John Gore, y'all. Alpha Phi Alpha.
Hey, how's everyone doing? I'm over here rocking to your
We got
music and
Esther
stuff.
from North Carolina. And y'all know we got Crazy Nawana also in North Carolina. We have one more. We're just waiting for them to come up on camera, and then I will bring them in. So this is what's happening. Here's a few of our headlines. California COVID policy, all medical workers, about 800 additional workers, new hospital vaccine rate up to 97%. So we only got 3% to go there. New York hospital and nursing staff, average of 75% in August. But in this past Monday, they went all the way up to 92%. That's roughly 100,000 newly vaccinated people in New York. And United Airlines will terminate about 60 employees. They have until midnight tomorrow to get vaccinated. But they have an average about 99% vaccinated, which is 67,000 employees. Y'all, YouTube will begin today to ban all vaccine misinformation from their platform. That's what's happening there. Sorry, correction to United Airlines. Thank you, team. They have roughly 67,000 employees, and more than 99% of the 67,000 have been vaccinated. They're looking about terminating 593 employees. Y'all, the federal government is facing a shutdown tonight. They're facing that shutdown at midnight if a deal is not reached. So that's in front of us. And then y'all, Delta Airlines, get this. Delta Airlines will raise health insurance costs to employees who are unvaccinated. So if you are an employee of Delta Airlines and you are not vaccinated, you will get a higher cost of insurance. I'm missing somebody in the green room. Come on back in the green room if you can. All right, y'all, the NBA, will they or won't they? The NBA. Now they're saying if they're not getting vaccinated, they won't pay them if they miss a game. So we're still waiting for the final on that one, but that's what's happening with the NBA. All right, y'all ready for some rapid fire? We have John Gore, we have Nawana Turner, we have Hester Jackson, and we have one more, but I don't know if there's a problem with him getting back on or what.
He's coming.
Okay. All right, cool. All right. So he's coming. So as soon as I see him come in, Latrice Jones said, woo, look at this panel. We're about to have some fun.
Listen,
all right, y'all. So in no certain order, let's start with you, John Gore. What do you think about the Congress intentional blocking bills and hurting their constituents? What do you think about that?
Well, I think it's very selfish because when you're elected, you should be representing all your people. And it's not one of these kind of things, Republican against Democrat. It's a time that we got to do what's best for our country. So it's time to get off the pot.
Well, you want to run?
No, that's your job. You know, I'm ready to be your campaign manager, or at least your treasurer anyway.
All right, Nawana, what do you think about that?
I don't think they should be reelected. And this is the part where, because I don't watch the news except for News and Motion. Okay. So I'm going to just let y'all know that right now. But this is the part when you always say about making sure we pay attention to what's happening in our communities and pay attention to what's happening at our local level. They shouldn't be reelected. If they're intentionally blocking things that are hurting their constituents, why do I have you representing me? Like, go ahead somewhere, let me get somebody in office who's going to represent the people and not do things for their own selfish gain. So they should not be reelected. So go out and vote. Because I know we have an election coming up here in my local area. I will be there voting. Okay. Voting.
Okay. And you're in North Carolina, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. Hester, weigh in on that.
I'm in North Carolina also.
North Carolina, yeah.
I agree with Nawana and John Gore. Actually, I think that the representative should be working for the constituents and not for personal gain. I am a federal employee also, and I'm not looking forward to a shutdown because we need to keep the government moving. We need to get our work done. And specifically at my agency, we need to work for the beneficiaries of the United States under the Medicare program. So we got to keep it going.
All right. All right. Now, y'all, Joe Manchin, he called the $3.5 trillion deal fiscal insanity. Now, what people don't realize, though, is that Joe Manchin, he gets paid for coal in, when we're talking about climate change, for coal in West Virginia. And that climate change is a part of the bill that he's calling insanity. So what do y'all think about that? Is that a contradiction?
Wait a minute. So he calls the bill insanity, but he getting a kickback from the bill that he calls insanity.
Well, we can't call it a kickback.
Okay, I'm sorry. He getting all right, I'm sorry. We on the news. He's benefiting financially from the bill. Okay, so this is the things people have to pay attention to, because these politicians or whoever, these people in power, will have you believing that they're for you, talking about, oh, that's that, I don't understand why they're doing that. In the meantime, they sliding money in their pocket. No, you need to pay attention to everything that's going on, because that is a contradiction. Don't say it's insanity, but you benefiting from it financially. No, bro. No, you are for that. Okay.
No, bro. Go ahead, John. Jump in here.
Well, that's a lot of money, though. So, I mean, they put a whole lot in one package from that standpoint. But I'm with Madam Nancy, and as Gail always said, Nancy's not going to bring it to the floor if I can't get that approval. So she's been playing the coup. I watched her a little bit last night, and even early this morning, she was saying, well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, but she's not going to bring it to the floor if she can't pass it.
She's not going to bring it. We want to welcome Mike. Hello. Okay, y'all, we got to move on. So that's just the infrastructure bill, the Congress intentionally blocking things. And I'm about sick of all of them blocking. Again, what you said earlier, John Gore, just do what you said you were going to do with your constituents. Because there's those of us who are hurting. We heard Hester saying, we got to probably face a shutdown, the government, and that's going to put people in trouble. So with all of that, and we now have the holiday rush that's possibly slowing. What do y'all think about that? Now, y'all heard it here first. So, Mike Nicholson, jump in. What do you think about the fact that already Christmas trees have spiked in prices? Anything that has to do with holidays, they have spiked in prices. Speak to that.
That's going to be amazing because, times was already hard for a lot of people with the whole COVID shut down with everything popping off. So I think it's going to be, a very interesting Christmas. A lot of people are going to go even deeper in debt the following year because a lot of people are going to try to use credit cards and all that type of stuff, take out loans just to get the gifts to please folks out there.
Okay. Nawani, you want to touch on that?
Yeah, you know what? It's funny because my son was just saying, he was like, Christmas, people don't need what they think they need.
Tell that story.
People will get to impress other people. He was like, I ain't getting nothing for nobody. Y'all know I love y'all. I can't afford it. I'm not getting it. So it's just like Mike said, people are going to go in debt pleasing people that should know that they love them anyway. And it's just like we have to show some self-control and do what we can do and stay within confinement. So that means if it's a little handmade something, that's what you need to be doing. If it's baking some cookies, baking a cake, that's what you should be doing. But to get in the debt on a even fragile economy as it is, why do that? Why put your house in that kind of situation?
That's right.
And Yvonne Gardner put this out there already, and it's a part of our notes. Y'all, Dollar Tree, although the name is not changing, the prices are. It's going now, going up to $1.25, and some of the areas $1.50. Now, this is what I did not know when we were doing this report on Dollar Tree. Did y'all know Dollar Tree already had a plus section? I didn't know. I thought everything in Dollar Tree was $1. I guess for the past 2 years, they had a plus section that was at least $1.50. I didn't know that. So their prices are going up as of this weekend to $1. There will be nothing, to my understanding, there's going to be nothing in the store that's $1 anymore. It's going to either be $1.25 and $1.50. So when you see these prices, even when it hits a Dollar Tree, what do you have to say to that, John Gore?
Well, something's got to be increased just to make up from COVID and the loss that they have. But if Dollar Tree is going to go up from $1.25, I'm all down for it because the fact you could get a whole lot of money, get a lot for your money at Dollar Tree. So they're going to raise it up. Now, if you're going to Macy's and they're going to go from $45 to $60, I got a whole nother conversation on that one. But go ahead, Dollar Tree. You're going to raise that 25 cents and have a good time.
Speaking of Macy's, we got something on this too. Speaking of Macy's, Macy's is suing Amazon. Did y'all know that? Macy's is suing Amazon's ad to keep Amazon's ads off of their billboards right outside the flagship store in Manhattan. So now this is what Macy's is saying. Macy's saying an ad from a company like Amazon could damage the customer goodwill, image, reputation, and brand, according to the court filing. So Mike, speak on that. Now we got people suing each other, trying to get some prime real estate on the corner of a flagship store.
It's business, and they pretty much like Amazon got it.
Yes, they do.
That's all I got. Amazon got it. They're not hurting for anything. So everybody gonna go. If the dude come and drop your package on your foot or drop your package off wrong, you suing Amazon because they got it. They ain't hurting.
They always hit the top.
Kenya said, Macy's said, keep my name out of your mouth. That's true. Hester, speak to that.
Well, I agree. I mean, Amazon is one of our major leaders out there. So, I mean, I think Macy's just need to step back,
Macy's needs to step back.
Yeah, reassess what they're doing.
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Let's think this through. We're gonna have the Thanksgiving Day parade. And as they're coming down to the flagship store, and all the TV cameras come and watch where the performances are in the front of the store, they're gonna see an Amazon billboard.
And they're gonna go order something off of Amazon, so it's gonna get delivered Prime.
That's right. And it's gonna be the next day or it may come the same day.
Yup.
There's going to be a drone dropping in front of your front porch by noon.
There you go.
And that's free advertising for Amazon. Go ahead. I'm not mad at them. Put that big flag up there in that truck.
That's a punk you move right there.
Yes, it is.
Y'all are funny. By the way, I just got to just pause and say, I'm loving this panel of all brown and black people. I'm just loving this. Okay, I'm just loving this. Okay, so now let me go to the NCAA. Now, they will allow the women's college basketball tournament to use the phrase March Madness, which was previously restricted to the men's tournament. Is that fair or not fair? John, you go first.
Well, I believe in equality. So, I mean, what one is good for the other. And I think fair advertisement, fair name, fair pricing, fair earning of salary, all that should be in place. I'm down for that Title IX and all that good stuff.
All right, Nawana?
Oh, absolutely. Because my thing is, we remember last year where the women's didn't have the resources that the men did. They didn't have the facilities that the men did. These women, they're bringing in money too. They're bringing in money too. And my thing is, we're showing them that, yes, we're going to advertise you like we advertise the men. So I believe, it's happening in March, right? It's not happening another time of the year. So why not?
Yes.
I'm loving it. Go ahead, Mike.
I think it's, fantastic. I think it's great. As Brother Gore said, 06, that is about equality, so yeah, I don't have a problem with it at all.
Yeah, y'all talking about equality. I'm coming to you, Hester, in a moment. But go back to what Nawana said. Remember last year, because we reported it right here on News in Motion, how the women were being disenfranchised. They had a little spot with like a couple free hand weights and a jump rope, and the men had a full out gym with everything in it, space, lockers, food, drinks, everything. So you can have the name, but are they going to get all the benefits that come with that name? Hester, go for it.
I agree. All along, we've always had to fight for equality. It's nothing different in this situation. Again, they have the name. They have to fight for the benefits. It's as simple as that. So
Are we going to ever stop fighting though? Come on, y'all. Somebody speak to that. Are we going to ever stop fighting? Is there ever going to be a day that we can stop fighing?
No. Only until we get up in heaven.
Not until we get up in heaven. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now, y'all, college football players are getting paid. Now we know all of this. We saw what happened here at OSU with Kayvon Pope. What do y'all think about that? They're now. I don't want to say they're fighting each other, their teammates, but they need field time. And if they're not getting it, then they're like, I'm gonna just transfer. What do y'all think about that? Do we need to have some rules around the rules? Mike, you go first.
We do, and this whole thing is going to be a problem. You got cats, from high school transferring, leaving early or whatever, just for the money, because they're going to get paid by car dealerships, get free car, whatever, and the issues that it's going to cause on with the players on the team. Now, Pope, that's a different story. My man wasn't playing well. He might as well just sat down. He just wanted to play for his, the remainder of his senior year, and that accurate game, I guess he felt, I was there for a bit. I should get on the field at least right now because we playing a whack team. I might not be that good, but give me some playing time. That's what it was for him. Because it ain't like he gonna get any type of money at all.
Well, I'm not down for anybody quitting anything, because that becomes a selfish mode. There's a way of getting what you need to accomplish, and that's far as communication and talking and things of that nature. But in the middle of a game, come on, we're talking about sportsmanship. We're talking about the Ohio State University, who sets example. They lead by example, and that is definitely not an example. And that's why Coach Davis said, okay, I'm sorry. And, we got to be careful how we use our social media. He got on a meeting and just talked about that F-bomb. Now, you know, Ohio State is not going to play that. I don't care who you are and what you're doing. You talk about them like that. Bye. I see you. I can show you better than I can tell you.
Right. I'm looking at some of the comments. Deborah Johnson said, everyone is not going to get paid. This will never be a level playing field. And I think that's what we're saying is the challenge. Nawana, do you want to jump in here at all? Because we also have Adrian says, finish what you start. Kim Miller Edmondson says, if you're not playing well, go sit down. Annette says, poor sportsmanship. We hear exactly. Then we see the OH. Yes, sir. They're agreeing with you, John. Agreeing with you, Mike. Respect the Scarlet and Gray. They are the only school that limits what a player can endure. So, Nawana, jump in here. Is this going to become a problem?
Well, I think part of the problem is going to be where everybody feels that their lack of skill is still entitled to the same level of pay. You know, this is almost like those things where, you know, it goes along with those things, you know, let's give out participation trophies because you're here. You know, everybody is not as good as everybody else. And people have to understand that if you don't play at that level, you shouldn't get compensated. That's just like somebody not doing a good job at their job. I'm going to give you a raise for what? You're not doing your job. So they have to understand that. And you have to be mature enough to know that, no, I'm not at that level. What do I need to do to improve? What kind of work do I need to put in to put myself at that level? But yes, I do agree with them. There needs to be some rules, some regulations on how that goes. But I mean, bro, if you ain't good, then you ain't getting paid. That's just the bottom line.
You know what's interesting too, it goes back to a conversation I believe we had last year here on News in Motion, where we were talking about everybody gets a trophy, where everybody gets playing time, and where everybody gets to make the team. And I think we're doing a disservice to our children at a very young age, that as they're growing up, they're demanding or believe that they should get whatever they want to get. Hester, do you want to add anything to this?
Just even if he was a good player, I mean, just walking out on the team is not good. So, it doesn't show good sportsmanship or team, you know, effort. It's just bad all around. So, I agree. I mean, I don't know that this will.
But it would have been.
Say that again, Mike.
I said it would have been bad, but it would have been better. That man had like 7 tackles the whole year. Like, go sat down somewhere, you know.
And if I was his mama, I would have been calling him like, "What is your problem?" Like literally, I don't care how grown you are. What you're not going to do is embarrass me by doing something like that.
Right.
Obviously, he just took into his own feelings. You know, he only considered himself. He wasn't really open to anybody's advice on that. I mean, obviously he did it all on his own. I mean, yes, it was embarrassing even for his parents, but he didn't care at the time.
Yeah, Kenny Stanley says there is something called too much too fast. Do the players deserve something? Yes. Enforcement deals? No. Deborah Johnson says every NFL player doesn't get an endorsement contract, only the ones who can pull in the dollars. She would know, her son's for NFL. Diane Ladybug says he is setting up his own failure. No one is going to want him on their team thinking he will act the same way. Yeah. And then Cherie from Baltimore says, preach. Julie Bryce says, I'm sorry, y'all. These are moving quick. Y'all are in here. I'm loving it. Let's not leave out coaches telling the kids that they are playing for fun and not win. They're talking about billions of, there's so much. Make sure y'all go to the comment to look at this. Dr. Carter says maturity issues, lack of deferred satisfaction. So here's a question I have for the panel when we're talking about this. You know, some people wanted to come out and say, well, he was having a bad day. Excuse me. Maybe it was some mental health issues. So I'm getting ready to tiptoe and insert this. Do you find now, and I think it's a disservice to those who have real mental health issues. I think we all need mental health days every now and then. But does this come back to something we talked about, I think it was last year, that everyone is now using, or the majority, I won't say everyone, there are many people now using mental health when they act out, thinking that they can just fall back on that. What do y'all see it with this? Because, go ahead, John.
Yeah, because, that's the buzzword right now. And I think anytime you have an opportunity to kind of clean up something you done messed up, oh, I had a mental health day. and things of that nature. And like I said, I don't want to take away, there are a lot of people who do have mental health issues.
Right.
But I said sometimes we just have a tendency to use that as our scapegoat.
Yeah. Anybody else want to speak to that? Go ahead, Mike.
All right. So, that's catch-22 right there. Because, I'm just saying, white folk been using mental illness to get out of things for years. When we looking at the crimes and stuff that was committed, what happened? The most heinous of crimes, folks was like, it was insanity, mental, health, blah, blah, blah. And this dude murdered 10 people, but now he off. But now what's happened is mental illness is on the table for everybody because it's been brought in the forefront. So is it really, now you got to ask, are people just using it as an excuse, or is it more out there nowadays? I think because of everything that's happened, especially with COVID, it's evident that a lot of people lost their mind in the year of 2020. And, it's more prevalent now, and people share it more.
Yeah.
And we're talking serious, and we're also talking about, let's unpack this. Now, what's interesting, previous Olympic swimmer, gold medalist actually, Khalid Killer, he pleaded guilty to his role in storming the Capitol on January the 6th as a part of a bargain. When asked if it was mental health issues, he said no. He said, no, I did it because I wanted to do it. And I had to was like, well, at least he accepted the fact that he did this because he wanted to do it. Right. But it was interesting that the judge and even his attorney tried to put that out there to float that to see if he was going to bite it. And he said, no, I did it because I wanted to.
And you have to applaud that too, because he took accountability for what he did,
Absolutely.
Right. All right, y'all. We gotta go to some. I just gotta ask. I'm gonna throw this name out. I just want to know y'all's thoughts. Kelly Price.
Where's she at?
Illness.
She's having a mental health issue.
Listen, Kelly. And it was crazy because when all that stuff happened, and I'm like, Kelly Price missing. And then an hour later, like, oh, she found. But then people kept on posting that she was missing. I'm like, well, is she missing? Is she okay? I said, I ain't posting nothing. I said, I'm just going to pray. Hopefully she get found. But I'm just like, you know what? It's crazy because there has to be some underlying things that are going on for somebody to just shut out everybody. Like usually somebody, even if you're shutting out from most of the world, you at least have your people that know that you're okay and can speak on like they're okay. She was like, everybody was shut out. So there has to be, because I love Kelly music though, but I was just like, where Kelly at? Like, where she at? Like, I don't understand. So I hope she okay.
It took too much of my time. So we moving on. Mask or no mask?
Mask.
All right.
Because I don't trust.
What are your thoughts on Britney Spears?
I don't care about that woman.
But on all seriousness, there's going to be a time and place in all of our lives. We're going to have someone help us out financially and control our monies because something happened. But her dad, truly, in my opinion, took so much of advantage of that situation. First of all, he started off being greedy. Then he just took it to the total top of giving himself, I can't remember what you quoted, Gail, but it was either $30,000 a month salary or something like that. Who needs that kind of money?
It was he created her.
So that sort of work deserved him to have that kind of money. So I'm going with the judge's rule that she can have her money, but at the stage of life when he did take over, that's a blessing that somebody was going to take.
You say Britney Spears, I think Harry Coleman.
Yeah,
all his money.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, that's crazy. You right.
That's crazy.
He's been free.
God, hilarious. What do y'all think about the Haitian migrants and how the U.S. treated them? Hester, you go.
I think it was awful. It just reminded me of slavery all over again. The whip, the horses. It was just in plain sight. It was there for everybody to see. Make no mistake, there was no way no one could have even thought anything differently, even though some folks tried to downplay it. I just think it was awful.
All right, Mike, real quick, thoughts?
those folks defaulted to what their original DNA allowed for them to do, pretty much. I mean, that's all it was.
Okay. All right. What are your thoughts on Afterpay, John Gore?
Afterpay?
Yep, those broken up loan things that you can buy the product and pay for payments for it. It's almost like a reverse layaway.
Well, that's a whole other thing on that. I mean, I believe you can't afford it, don't get it.
Exactly.
That's
can't afford it, don't get it. I like that. Okay. Yeah. All right, let me go here. Nawana, favorite fall foods. You only get to pick 2. Go.
Fall foods. Fall. Okay, so I don't understand why food got a season. Because
put some season on it.
Yeah.
Because I need a season. I mean, I eat all my foods every season. Fall.
Well, let me help you out. I'm gonna say chili, because that's one thing I like this time of year.
Soup for me. Soups.
Soup. Okay. Yeah. Mike, you have any?
She said 2: pizza and burgers.
I knew you
eat that all the time. That's his side dish.
Right. Pizza eat that every season. That ain't no.
Yeah, that's his side dish.
I love y'all.
She said 2. Y'all giving 1.
I know they gave me 1. All of you in the chat, go ahead and put down your favorite fall food. Pumpkins or sweet potato, John Gore.
Oh, sweet potatoes.
Hester.
Sweet potatoes.
Nawana.
What is pumpkin? Like that's what you carve out and put on your step.
There you go.
Pumpkin what? Like
next we're gonna have butternut squash pies next. Pumpkin pies. Interest these people. Sweet potato.
So Mike, I take it you sweet potato too?
Yes. Pumpkin is alive.
All right, yeah. Apple or Android? John Gore, go.
Oh, give me Apple.
Hester.
Apple, all the way.
Apple.
Mike.
All my products, Apple.
Apple, we win.
You need a sponsorship for Apple.
What did you say, John?
Apple need to come on be one of your sponsors. We don't get some love.
Right.
We're gonna need them to see this. Yeah, that's what we're gonna need them to do. Y'all, the thread is pretty much sweet potato and Apple. There's a couple of Androids. Yeah, Kim, Edmondson, and Adrian. When I text y'all come back with that green mess. We want to see blue. We want to see blue.
Apple and pumpkin is of Satan.
All right, what are y'all's thoughts? We got about 4 minutes. What are y'all thoughts on former President George Bush? John Gore, go.
Well, you know what? I'm going to give my man some love. He had his challenge, but he is coming to light now.
He woke up.
Yes, he did.
Hester, what do you think?
He woke up, definitely.
He woke up.
Yeah.
Nawana?
Yeah,
he woke. You might?
You heard Kanye back when he said George Bush don't like black people, so he had to switch that around.
Yeah, but it's still weird. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. So George Bush got his Black Lives Matter sign in front of his mansion.
Right.
This is a new day.
Look, here's the question though. Will we really be feeling this way about him if we didn't have Trump?
Well, you know, Trump make everybody look good. I mean, so it is what it is.
Jeffrey Allen James said he got jungle fever.
I'm going with something.
He said he got jungle fever.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh God, this is just so much fun. Voting rights. What is it going to take to get the bill passed? John, go.
Oh, it's just got to be come on, y'all. Just everything vote. I mean, come on. I mean, how much education need?
Yeah, we need to increase voter registration and keep moving.
Come on.
Keep moving, Nawana.
Keep applying pressure. You got to
keep applying pressure. Mike?
Stop voting just for people because you like them and because they look like you, but vote for people that got your best interest. Right. That's what we need to do.
Right.
Amen. Amen. All right, y'all. Money. What do we need to do to get out of debt? John, go.
Well, you need to stop spending for one thing and look and see what you got and set a plan. Always have a budget, plan that budget and work that budget. Stay within it. And just like you said, you don't need to buy anything new right now. Only thing you need to buy maybe some new with some underwears and things of that nature. Your necessity. No more clothes. Nothing.
Really, Mike? Really, Mike?
Yeah.
Hester, go.
I agree. We have to stop the spending. We as a people, we overspend so much. I mean, I'm in the midst of just cleaning out and just getting rid of stuff that I don't need. And I took your advice on Poshmark. I've listed over 70 items, and most of them are brand new with tags on them. And they are
good.
Yes.
Good. Nawana, quickly.
The B word, the budget. And also for me, I am what's called I just, it swipes, I'm spending, So I started writing down stuff. And then when you start writing down, not just depending on your bank account, but like writing down what you spend, you be like, girl, you better put that credit card down somewhere and get your whole life together. So it's really about, like what John said, getting that budget, sticking to it, being disciplined, and really going through what you have. Because a lot of times we get stuff and we already have stuff that is like the stuff we getting. So yeah.
Well, like Dr. Kim said, she gave us a very good report on how to handle your finances and get that thing. So if you have not went back and looked at that video, do it. And if you did, look at it again.
Right.
Wait a minute, John. They got to join Patreon first to see it.
Okay, then when you get ready to join, that's part of your budget. $15 a month for a whole lot of energy, a whole lot of knowledge. You be paying that to go to college. You better go and pay that $15 a month.
Right. For real.
Mike, I'm gonna let you talk about money real quick. Jump in.
Listen to Dr. Kim Carter and John Gore.
All right, last thing, y'all, before I give an inspirational message. This is personal. John, you like News in Motion or MSNBC?
Oh, News in Motion, because that's our family. We talk real talk.
News in Motion. We are family. I mean, we get to laugh, we get to be serious when we need to be.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying it. It's News in Motion.
News in Motion. This is the only news I watch. Like before News in Motion, I didn't watch the news. I ain't gonna be lying. So News in Motion. Hello,
Mike.
What's MSNBC?
I love all of y'all. Thank y'all so much for joining the panel. Here's my inspirational message for today. Now it's called Ministry in Motion message. This is it. Have fun. It's going to be that simple. Have fun. Laugh. I have enjoyed this panel. The team and I have been thinking about doing this for a while. We said, you know what? We're back. We're new. We're fresh. Let's end the month this way. So we're going to do it again in October. So don't wait. Listen, y'all, I'm going to give y'all 24-hour notice. I'm going to text y'all or inbox you and say, hey, you win. And it's either a yes or no. We did miss Stephanie Burbridge Hall this morning. She was supposed to be a part of the panel as well. So she will definitely be on the October panel. The reason she's not here, and I want us all to pray for her, she texted me like 2-something this morning telling me that, she goes, sis, hey, sissy, I'm so sorry, but I am sick. Then she texted me again later this morning to say that she was still not feeling well. So we just want to pray for her. If y'all want to go to Patreon, go to patreon.com/News in Motion. We'll put the link here. John Gore is right, y'all. We're talking $15 a month. It's okay, y'all. It's really okay. If you are in Central Ohio, I am encouraged any one of you to meet me at 9:30 a.m. in the morning at Lynn's. I'm going to pick me some apples. Yes, I am. Off of Morris Road in Pataskala. I'm planning on heading out there to pick me some apples. So if you got the morning free, or you can work from your cell phone or whatever, roll on up and meet me out there. Let's pick some apples. Let's laugh. Let's have some fun. All right, y'all. The Mimosa Friday podcast will be uploaded at midnight tonight. So check that out. But y'all, panel, John Gore, Hester Jackson, Mike Nicholson, Nawana Turner, thank y'all all so much for hanging out with me. I hope y'all enjoyed yourself. Until Monday, y'all, make some moves.